On this week's episode, we take a picture of this tree. It's a fine tree.
3, 2, 1.
I'm Taylor Jackson, and I'm a wedding photographer from Canada. Last year, I started making videos when traveling for photography jobs, and I fell in love with it. The doctor's office tree is a cliché photograph of a tree from the Masai Mara that is found on the wall of every North American doctor's office. We are out here at sunrise, and Ben has stopped us in front of this beautiful tree. I don't know if you're supposed to point your camera into direct sunlight, but it looks pretty good, so we're doing that today. A very nice picture. We'll definitely end up in a doctor's office or a dental office. This is the type of stuff they want. It's kind of that LA light though, where you have haze kind of over top of the sun, so you can actually look at the sun, which is why every photo, every portrait ever taken in LA looks amazing. Because of the pollution. Start shooting everything at 600. Ever since going on safari, I've been incredibly interested in hearing other photographers' safari stories. Last week I went to fellow wedding photographer Sam Hurd and Jeff Newsom's workshop in Charleston, South Carolina. Here's Sam to tell you more about his experience and to share some of his amazing gallery from the Masai Mara.
Flew into Nairobi. We kind of tagged on the safari as part of a trip. My best friend in the world from growing up is an anesthesiologist, and so is his wife. And they were at a hospital teaching anesthesia to nurses and some of the doctors there. They were there for months, and so I came on their very last day or last 2 days and just photographed them in action doing their training, and donated all the pictures so that the hospital could own the copyright and do whatever they want in terms of promoting and getting more doctors to come. And so anyway, we were already there and decided to take a quick flight out to the Masai Mara Reserve. I mean, I was really surprised at how luxurious, actually. It was like a hotel room, but it's exactly like the movie style when people are on safari and they have like these beautiful canvas tents and you go in and there's running water and electricity and a shower. It was that. It was really cool. And I bought the 200 to 400 f4, which is like a $6,000 lens. I took it on safari for the 2-week trip and then returned it to Amazon. Got my full refund. But you know what's really funny? All of my favorite pictures were from my tilt shift, my 45 tilt shift.
On safari?
Yes, I know. We got incredibly close. I mean, I was always begging to get closer and closer because 45 is not much, but being able to create, shallowed up the field without physically being close enough is really appealing with the tilt shift. And yeah, I just was shocked when I did my little compilation post. Like over half of them were with my tilt shift, and I probably shot with that a quarter of the time because I thought it just wasn't going to be applicable. Stay as long as you possibly can, because we were only there for 2 days, and I easily needed 2 weeks to get a volume of pictures to where I would have been happy. Because the sun rises and sets so quickly, most of the day it's unusable light photographically, unless you happen to get some storm or some clouds. It's only in like the first hour of sunrise and the last hour of sunset, and the sun moves insanely fast. I mean, you just watch it dip down. So yeah, plan for as much time as you possibly can.
The truck that's been taking us around, that Ben's been driving, has been pretty incredible. It doesn't seem like we found any terrain that it can't conquer. And one of the things that I was a little bit worried about was I didn't really know where to charge my batteries when we were out here, and it's kind of nice that there's a power bar just attached to the back wall. And the railings are high enough that you can stabilize your camera kind of against that. You don't need a monopod for everything. It is nice to have a monopod, but not necessary. We got really fortunate today with the weather because it clouded over just as we were finishing up breakfast, making the daytime light a lot more usable. It is so nice to be in the Conservancy where we only saw one other safari vehicle the entire day. We also saw this bird and this leopard. You so fancy.
I would pay a fortune to buy all the gas just to drive around the town with you. We would wake before the sun and throw out our maps, get gone till our hearts play in tune. And I would fly 1,000,000 miles away just to have you there to hold my hand. I would swim across the ocean, whatever it takes to know that I'm with you again. And oh, no matter where we go. I'll be happy, guys.
And so another day on safari with Asilia ends. If you're a photographer and haven't yet booked a safari or looked into it, you probably should. Even if you're not into wildlife photography, you get to spend your day photographing doctor's office trees. There are so many of them. Here's some more standard issue art. Also, I thought I would just point out how indirect this road is. It's pretty ridiculous. On next week's episode, we photograph through space and time. Or time and space. I can never be certain. If you want to learn how you can get paid to travel the world with your camera, sign up for my free 5-day travel photography course. Day 1, we talk about the travel photography gear that I use the most. Day 2 is about creating landscape photographs that actually sell. We talk about how you can start generating a significant income traveling the world using your camera. Day 3 is portraits and people. We travel around New York City and go behind the scenes at a real shoot. Day 4 is my editing and post-production workflow. Day 5 is the most important, and it's about how to start getting paid to travel the world with your camera. This course is entirely free, and all you have to do is sign up using the link in the description.